Hello, everybody.
Hello.
uh, Welcome back to Weeb Report.
Welcome.
I'm Alejandro.
And I'm Charlie.
And today we are discussing My Hero Academia, chapter 245.
245.
And huge spoiler warning ahead.
Because it
We
is.
literally dissect the
Yeah,
chapter. So
I mean, yeah.
just, yeah.
Woo!
So let's get started. Once again, we were right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Hawk's giving him the book.
Mm-hmm.
And Endeavor already noted. He already knew something was off, but right here we see him say something's not right.
Just straight up.
Yeah.
Something's not right here.
Yeah. Hawks tells him, just take the book and read it sometime, and even has some extra copies for the
boys.
kids. Yeah, for the boys. Yeah, because Midoriya says he wants to read it too.
And he was like, if you're interested, I got plenty of copies to spare.
Plenty of copies. And he's really playing the part, though. He's being the double agent.
Right, but again, like we said, like he's like overplaying the part.
Yes, right now, yes.
Right, on purpose.
With Endeavor, but once you get to where he's talking to the boys, it's kind of more like he's playing at it for the people watching him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, for like, because with Endeavor, he was really like, hey, read this.
Read
the
these
highlighted
chapters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. With the boys, he's like,
oh,
I got more copies. Don't you worry.
Hey, I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah, because really, Midoriya was like, oh, wow, I wonder what that book's about. Like, it must be so good.
If he's giving it to the number one.
Yeah. I don't know if, but he's like, oh, maybe this is where he talks about his speed, or like his speed is in there. Or
Yeah.
the secret to his speed.
He does say that.
And he says, everything he does is so fast. Like, he even hands him out fast.
Yeah, he just throws them out.
Yeah.
And it looks in like one swipe. He just throws all three of them in a book.
Oh, do you think he's going to let Midoriya get faster? Like he's going to analyze Hawks and be like...
And learn how to...
kind of pick up on like his techniques. Even though he has wings, but he doesn't.
He might. He can always use... kind of like All Might does with his air pressure. When he punches, he changes the air pressure. He could potentially, do like almost like a flick backwards or something, and kind of like propel himself forward.
Because All Might does do that thing where he like stars out.
Yeah.
And he'll either stop himself midair or like propel himself
exactly
forward.
Like he'll push the air pressure behind, make the air pressure behind him change, and that could propel him forward.
Or he unlocks another quirk that has wings.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. I don't know about that one.
That's a stretch, and even for me, that one's a big stretch for sure.
But after that, he says, he tells Endeavor again to read the parts that he's highlighted. Says that's my recommendation as number two. Yeah, and then he leaves.
And he just says, "Good luck, y'all."
Yeah, good luck, y'all, and
incredibly Japanese.
Says Endeavor to train the three of them really good. And Midoriya comments that he's so different for his, he's a young guy.
Yeah.
But he's even so different than them, and it says here they're only 6 years apart.
And Hawks is only 22.
22, yeah. So I mean, but they have such a different mindset, and I mean, he doesn't know even the full extent of it.
No,
he's only 22 doing like deep undercover work. Yeah,
hard.
And Bakugo says it pisses him off, and that's probably because he's being really fake, and we know Bakugo doesn't like fake people.
It's very true.
Yeah. When they were going to get their hero licenses, there was one guy who like comes up to them and is like talking very nice to them, but Bakugo says his eyes don't match what he's saying.
Yeah.
And so like he calls him out on it, and that just leads me to believe Bakugo doesn't like people being fake. Yeah. And so he can kind of sense that, in Hawks.
And that's because he is a very upfront person. Like he tells you exactly how he feels, which is a big problem. But
yeah, but it also gives him something that the other two don't notice. I think is that Hawks isn't really being
right.
He doesn't seem not even like his normal self, because Bakugo wouldn't really know that
because he doesn't know what he's like.
Exactly, he just knows he's not being.
He's being
his true self. Yeah, exactly.
Mm-hmm. True, but I didn't think about that.
And then we see Endeavor's hero agency.
Yeah, which is just by their like the characters' designs, I was like, oh, these guys are probably like they're incredibly outgoing, and they're almost intimidating personality.
Yeah, I mean, is his like. Is the girl we see on the right, does she have a fire quirk also?
It kind of looks like it's on fire.
Yeah.
But, I don't know.
That's what I thought.
That's what it looks like.
A fire quirk, yeah.
Yeah. We are the sidekicks of fire.
So yeah, I mean, not all of them have fire quirks.
No,
obviously.
one dude's like wrapped up in a mummy. One guy looks like a lizard.
The other guy just has a costume with some horn. Almost reminds me of like Daredevil.
A little bit.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, they really just talk. They don't really get into anything.
There's nothing meaty here.
Yeah, they're just kind of shooting the shit.
They're just basically like, you need to keep up. Like, this is not going to be easy. Like,
yeah, I mean, stuff you would already assume going into something
that whole,
like this.
pep talk, like, this ain't
And then Bakugo's just like, let's get this show on the road, you know.
He's just like, all right, come on. Like,
And Bakugo says, don't you handle 100 cases every day? And I think Midoriya is probably like, Kachan, calm down.
Chill out, dude. Like, we get it. Like,
yeah.
We're here. It's day one. Like, relax.
Oh, and then Endeavor's at his desk.
Yeah, which, weird to think of Endeavor sitting at a desk.
At a desk.
That he has a desk.
He's got a really nice office, it looks like,
I mean,
though.
he's the number one.
I mean, look at that. Just the floor.
The rug.
Yeah. High ceiling, it looks like. Big wall. Very minimal, though.
Because he doesn't... That's the thing. Like, it's weird to see him there, but it's also... I'm sure he just needs to have a place. He needs to have a brick and mortar shop.
Yeah.
Where somebody can come,
yes.
You know, can get mail, shit like that. That's what I'm guessing. It's a small business.
Yeah, I mean, it's just... I like the feel of it, though.
Yeah. No, it's very regal.
Yeah.
It is. It is. It yells Endeavor.
It does.
Yeah.
It does. It really does. But he's checking out this book,
and he notices him almost immediately.
Yeah, he's reminiscing about this conversation he had with Hawks that we talked about in our last video. That we're seeing a little bit more of it.
And what does he say? He says, "You'd always be joking around. This was the opposite."
The opposite, yeah.
Like, this wasn't what you really thought.
This wasn't genuinely joking around.
Yeah, he knew. He immediately he picked up on the vibe. He's
yeah, and he says, "That wasn't what you really thought."
Right. Yeah. And I was thinking it was gonna be like, again, it's written in Japanese, so like, I don't know. I was expecting Japanese. Like paragraphs, you know, highlighted, but I guess that's what the paragraphs look like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So I mean, we can read off what it says.
Yeah.
When it starts.
Right. It goes. He's starting to notice. He's like, "Oh, what a roundabout way of wording it. There must have been something he wanted to say." And
yeah.
And he goes to. Enemy is the Liberation Army.
Is the Liberation Army.
And he has this big like Sherlock moment.
Yeah, he's taking the second words out of every I guess sentence.
The highlighted parts.
Oh yeah, every second word of the highlighted parts
reveals a message.
And
pretty long message too.
It is a very he gives him a lot of information actually. Right. And Hawks we see Hawks like thinking if Endeavor will be able to crack that code, even though it's not like a very difficult code to crack.
But it is hard. Think about it. Somebody hands you a book and they highlight a sentence and they're like, "Hey, here you go. Read these parts that I highlighted."
That's true.
And you're just reading it like,
because he was being very subtle about it.
And you're just like, okay, like. So Endeavor's a smart guy. I guess how he saw the pattern. Again, we don't read Japanese, so
right.
But no, and yeah, like you were saying, he says, "I wonder if that was a bit too subtle for him."
Right.
He's a pretty dense guy.
Yeah. But he says, since the Liberation Army has a lot of heroes among them, I can't reveal any information through the official channels.
And this is all him thinking it.
Yeah, so we know that they've got apparently quite a few heroes working.
Right. It's not just Hawks, but Hawks is like their main guy because he's the number 2.
He's such a high place.
Yeah.
That it has to be him, really.
And that he is being monitored.
Yes.
Or at least communications are being monitored.
Definitely his communications.
So, the normal channels. The normal channel? You know,
I'm assuming that's like, you know how they do reports.
Have meetings.
Meetings,
stuff like that,
yeah. So, exactly. So, like, we know there's a hierarchy. But then we get into, like, the real juice. Endeavor's figuring out enemy is the Liberation Army taken over by the League. They number over 100,000.
Because it's an entire city.
100,000.
And you know, Endeavor's starting to get kind of shocked. He's like,
he looks kind of scared. Not even All Might, I don't think, could deal with 100,000 villains. Maybe in his heyday. But with his time limit, definitely not.
I think it's also level of severity. Like if you're dealing with, what's his name? The big bad, all the hands. Shit.
Shigaraki.
Shigaraki, yeah.
Jeez.
I was thinking if he deals with like 100,000 Shigarakis or Dabis then he's a problem. But if it's just like low level, I think.
But I mean, there's probably quite a few low level, but you probably have quite a few higher level ones also.
Definitely. And even you also have the heroes.
Yeah, exactly.
So like professional
heroes, yeah.
So yeah, you know what? I would actually agree with you. In his prime, I think he still could have done it, but it would have been a little bit of a struggle.
Yeah.
But when we met him, when the whole series started, no.
Not at all.
And even then, he was pretty great. Next, so Hawks was flying, I guess, to the secret evil lair.
To the Liberation Army, yep.
And he's being debriefed.
Yeah, Is that Gigantomachia in the back? And then we got the League of Villains here.
It looks like
Redestro.
All League in Redestro.
Yeah.
No.
We can't see Shigaraki. We can assume he's
dead center.
Dead center, yeah.
But actually, the 3 guys on the left, those are from the original
Liberation Army. Yeah. Gotcha.
Redestro,
and then all the ones on the right are all
League
of Villains. Yeah. Okay.
And
then you got Hawks saying they haven't even noticed the Liberation Army. They still believe the League is small. So, I mean, yeah, they really have no idea except Endeavor.
Yeah.
And, I mean, I don't know if he's going to be able to just come out and say it either.
Who? Endeavor? No, probably. Oh, but he doesn't know there's more heroes. But
right.
I think
he's got to know there's a reason Hawks didn't secretly. Just come out and say it. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think Endeavor's gonna I think the next few chapters we're gonna see him kind of investigating and digging a little bit.
Most definitely.
Yeah. More meeting, just talking about, you know, basically Hawk's involvement, how deep he's going.
Yeah.
They're praising him a little bit, and they know that Endeavor is interning the 3.
Yes, and one of them even mentions Deku.
It's Izuku.
Yeah.
Right. Endeavor had 3 of them, didn't he? It's Izuku. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean that's
because they all know him. I mean, he whooped all their asses.
Yeah.
So they know Midoriya.
They definitely know him.
That's kind of the bullet points of that.
Yeah, I mean, really, yeah.
And again, excellent work. You may leave Hawks, and that's Redestro. So
yes.
And at this point, he is not in power. he is not our head honcho.
No,
Shigaraki.
not yeah. Shigaraki is now.
Yeah. Oh, and we find out one of Hawks' abilities, that he can basically listen to vibrations through his wings. And he's listening.
I think it's also saying he can kind of use those vibrations to make himself not seem so nervous.
Oh, to like, kind of like, like noise canceling headphones.
Yes.
They send the same wavelength out. Oh,
yeah.
Kind of to like stop his shaking or
stop his shaking.
His
maybe his voice trembles and he kind of covers it up.
He can balance it out.
Exactly.
Fuck.
Because
yeah, that's cool.
He can make probably any sort of vibrations with those wings.
I can hear it all.
Yeah.
And I like the little text boxes of him listening. They're like circles, but they have like this like weird kind of like warble around them.
Yeah. It is really cool.
Next we go to Endeavor decoding some more, and it says in 4 more months.
4 more months, everything will be destroyed.
Yeah.
And then it even mentioned something about Shigaraki obtaining his final power.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? We've seen him do all sorts of crazy shit at this point. What else could there be?
I don't know. Well, because now he has that doctor on his side.
Yeah, it could even be like an entirely new quirk given to the doctor from All For One.
Mm-hmm. True. Yeah. Because he did want him to be a successor.
Yes.
So, and he's going to give his successor as much power as he can.
What if it's the stockpiling quirk that he had?
Yo. What if they try to break him out?
Oh,
what if the league tries to break him out? 100,000?
That would be... They could definitely overrun that. They could get Stain, too, although they probably wouldn't. Shigaraki doesn't like Stain. No, but Stain was the first step for Shigaraki on this path, though.
This is really... Yeah, that he's... Because before, Shigaraki was just doing, like, low-level, little, like... Being a menace.
Yeah, he's essentially like a thug.
Yeah, but then... Once seeing Stain and being like, God, this dude...
Stain inspired him, not for Stain's own conviction, but it inspired Shigaraki to find his own conviction.
Yeah, it made him be like, his way was wrong, but I'm going to find my way.
I'm going to find my way. Exactly.
I don't know. I mean, a breakout?
Oh, that'd be crazy. And All For One, we haven't seen All For One in a minute.
No, he's just been sitting in jail. And what is it? Even if he thinks about a quirk, he'll get shot or something?
Yeah, even if he thinks about using a quirk, it'll just... Although I don't know if a bullet in the head would kill... Because he could start to use a regenerative quirk, get shot in the head, regenerate...
And just keep regenerating. But I feel like he's too arrogant to just do that for no reason.
True. I don't know.
It's probably when breakout time comes. If that happens, then he'll be like, all right.
It could be a breakout and a big battle all going on. It could be number of things
that
going
could be
on
why
at
there's
the
a big
same
battle.
time. True.
Nah.
But, yeah, I mean, at this point, we know we're not going to see the whole 4-month period, like, inching by. No. I'm assuming...
there's gonna be some time.
We'll probably see a little bit more after this, but once that happens, it's gonna be a little bit of a time skip, maybe a month or two. Yeah. Getting closer to that period.
Right.
I'm hoping so anyway. I don't want there to be like another 10, 15 chapters till we get into some real good stuff.
Because we did just have, really, I want to get back to the heroes. Like, the villain stuff was great. Cool. Fun.
It was very good character development.
Yeah, because it was, we did keep them away for a while to deal with the whole, overhaul thing.
Yes.
So, sure, give us a whole arc. Just them.
Yeah.
And them growing in power. Sure, I'll take it. But I want to see Midoriya fight.
I mean, that was still all leading up to this.
True. All of that, yeah.
Yeah, I do want to see Midoriya fight. I want to see him use that new fucking quirk.
Yeah, even though he can't, he's not perfect with it, but he can still.
Once he gets in a fight, he'll be able. He'll use it
as per usual. It's like he'll break through his limits.
Exactly, and use it more. it'll definitely be stronger than when we last saw it.
Yeah.
With that little tiny just string. Yeah. I think that's
about it.
That's the chapter.
I mean, yeah. I mean, just that's what we think. I mean, that's what I think. Breakout that leads to a big fight. That's kind of my bullet point for this chapter.
That might be what they do too, because a breakout would be good. Because you could get.
So just because like there was a great arc of rescuing Eri.
Yeah.
Now there's rescuing
all for one. That would be a fun arc. I think.
Fun.
Yeah. A little fun fight.
People are gonna die, but it'll be fun.
Yeah. No, that'd be a big one.
Yeah.
Cause like that'd be part prison riot, part breakout.
Shit. Yeah.
Part fucking.
Because they're held in like the villains detention, like the villains.
Exactly. So I mean that would be wild. That would be wild.
But again, we don't know. No. All we can do is hope.
We'll find out in a
week.
Yeah, a week.
In a week, we'll inch forward.
Yeah.
Hopefully not, but.
And what's today's date? The 6th. 6 days from now, and well, yes. Okay, so next Sunday, My Hero should be out. So
yeah,
the first episode of season 4. So
right.
That's real exciting too. I'm really excited for that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be wild.
And again, we'll keep you guys updated.
Yeah.
But please show some support if you've been listening.
Feedback.
There you go. But I think I'm good.
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right, guys. I guess see you next time.
Thanks for listening this far. If you've made it this far.
Yeah, I think they did. I hope they did.
I mean, if they're listening to this, they have.
Exactly. So
pat yourself on the back.
Thank you very much. Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.